Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing good and I'm sure that you are watching my videos. Along with that, you are gaining the knowledge as I'm also learning, and I'm trying to make you learn as well with the very basic and the layman language. So if I'm starting about this app introduction, I've already told you that it's a software making company, or it's actually a software which is, giving it to the number of organizations around the world, and they are just providing them with the enterprise resource planning that is called as SAP ERP. So with a very basic language, I should start with that, whether how we should use it. I mean, SAP is, I'm talking about SAP, but it should ideally be talked as SAP, right? So this is a bit difference which is coming with me. So the SAP is basically followed with some or the other modules. There are a lot of number of modules, as I already gave you the example of a flower shop, and then that person's business grew up, and then he actually needed SAP. Definitely the software needs to be monitored for all other distribution channels. It can either be your financial department, it can either be your human resource, can be your logistics. So here, that's why we needed SAP software in that. So now the concern is that how we should use it. So SAP GUI is a server where you can log in, and then you perform your other functions, and SAP Fiori is also there. That's in implementation. Actually, some of the organization are following SAP Fiori and in the discussions, or some are already using SAP server, because SAP Fiori is, it seems like a cloud-based application which you can use in there, and SAP GUI is a sort of desktop application which you need to log in with and then proceed further with the other functionings. So not all the organizations can afford it, because it's a bit expensive software, because it includes not only one particular thing, but it includes the whole lot of concept of the enterprise resource planning. And enterprise is not a small shop, it's an enterprise on the wider level, right? So this was the part of SAP application, okay. And on the another hand, if I'm talking about the modules, it includes a number of modules there. You can create it. We have two different types of data there, that can be master data and transaction data. So I'm giving you a very basic and a simple example. SAP master data. Master data is something, the modules are there: finance, HR, material, purchases. This is a master data which cannot be altered on a daily basis or on a regular basis. On the another hand, if I'm talking about the transaction data, that includes that it needs a change. For example, you are using invoices to be there in your system, right? In your organization, you are using invoices, so you are altering it. You may be getting it, you may not be getting it. You are getting the invoices, you are following it to the suppliers, you're following it to the payments. So in that sort, I am hoping that you got this point about master and transaction data, and this is very simple in a very layman language, right? And on the other hand, I want to discuss about SAP configuration. So SAP configuration is nothing but, we have SAP server, we have SAP software install which we need to install, and another one is SAP GUI, that is app, and SAP Fiori is a web interface which is in implementation for other organizations. Some may have, some may not, and that may be considered as that is their innovation or customer service improvements to be followed by that particular project in the organization, and that needs to be highlighted to the clients, that how efficiently their processes are to be followed, right? We already discussed about master and transaction data. And if I'm talking about SAP customization, so SAP customization needs to be done by the functional experts. Definitely, you are an expert for material management. For example, you need to customize it. not all the person are allowed to go and change the interface, right? You need to go, you need to perform some alterations, you need the customizations, you need to add up some material. For example, you have red flower, you have blue flowers. This is the categorization which is there in the software, right? You need to select it. On the other hand side, you want to add on with yellow flowers with the code, right? So that needs to be done by the functional experts only. That need not to be done by the a normal employee who is there, but the experts itself who already know about it, because only a simple change can can perform the whole lot of change. On the other hand side, if I'm talking about the alterations or customization, you can add in this way. And I am thinking that if I can show you the interface, but in my next video I want to discuss about how the SAP interface looks like, right? So accordingly we'll discuss. On the another hand side, that is all fine. Okay, so we have three things. We have to create it, we have to change it, we have to display it, right? So what is creation? That includes with the concept of 001 code. That means suppose there is a whole lot of list is there. I'll consider of HR, materials. Under materials we have another drop downs, that is material management. Then we have another drop down called as material change. So if you want to change something, you have to create it first, right? Whatever you have, you need to create it, then you need to change it, and then it will automatically be displayed. So this is how it works. I am hoping that I want to show you the software, how it looks and how the things are from where I am learning, so that I can contribute the same to you. I'm hoping that this is clear to you, the very basic and the basic background, but you can also search for it. Readily available information is there. So that's all for today. Thank you.